Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. It is projected that by 2030, we are looking at 720 million Africans without energy access. Now, that being said, money has become such an important topic right here at COP29. And looking at that, Africa essentially is at crossroads, with the continent's future balanced on the precariousness on the expected decisions in climate finance negotiations. The decision will be made against the backdrop of the return of the US President-elect Donald Trump to the global stage and a potential second withdrawal of the US from climate finance commitments. This casts a long shadow over Africa's climate goals, especially in securing quality, adequate, and accessible finance. For Africa, this is not just a matter of climate action. It is about life, dignity, and justice. Trump's previous retreat from global climate action undermined climate finance and eroded trust in climate negotiations. It also fundamentally stalled necessary financial flows. Should he adopt similar policies, most countries will most likely damage climate finance commitments for Africa's nationally determined contributions. And this again undermines the commitments that were made during the Africa Climate Summit, where we saw a group of African countries tripling their renewable energy commitments. Now, this will not be progressive or unlock Africa's developmental pathways. It is not complemented with the right quality and quantity of climate finance coming to the African continent. Now, it is likely with the president-elect that the US will not pay its fair share of climate finance under the new Trump government. It is also possible that other countries will be hiding behind the United States' actions, or rather should we say inaction. So the question becomes, will the rest of the world follow Trump's lead and just give up on the planet by default? If they do, does this mean that we're going to have less NCQG ambitions? A less ambitious NCQG means essentially the NDCs coming out of Africa will not pave the way for us to tackle the energy crisis. A less ambitious NCQG would mean a devastating scenario for the people of Africa. Climate finance coming to the continent is inappropriate, insufficient, and undignified, and of low quality. It falls short of a dignified, just transition to introduce cleaner energy sources as a basis for energy security and development. World leaders at COP29 must ask themselves whether they want to join the camp of climate skeptics and their attitudes, or whether they actually want to fix the climate crisis, or should I say the climate collapse. The test is for rich countries, and now it is the time to show up. Under the Biden administration, the US paused thousands of its LNG permits, and under Trump, his first America approach, this pause may be essentially lifted. And this would set the stage for a more aggressive oil and gas extraction, including fracking. Is this the path the world wants to take? If rich countries believe in the climate emergency, then they should be willing to pay more than their fair share of climate finance, definitely not less. Rich countries can no longer hide behind the United States. Whatever the cost, paying ambitious climate action will be far cheaper than the cost of paying for a full-scale climate catastrophe. With each passing day, we get an inch closer to that idea of a world that is at a climate collapse. Thank you.